Hi, I'm Commissioner Debbie O'Malley. Our goal every day at Bernalillo County is to effectively and efficiently meet the growing needs of our community. From public safety, road maintenance, to after-school programs and parks. As your commissioner, an important part of my job is to secure the necessary matching funds from the federal, state, and local levels so that we can complete important capital projects that typically cost millions of dollars. It's these partnerships that make these projects possible. The projects you're about to see not only benefit District 1, but our community as a whole. And they're just a snapshot of what together we've been able to do and accomplish over the last few years. I'd like to personally thank you for taking an interest in our community and participating in its continued success.
Bernalillo County currently has a 6-year capital improvement plan. This plan provides a link between the needs and visions of the community and the county's capital improvement budget, and it's updated every 2 years.
So it's a very effective tool that the county uses to basically develop projects that make the lives of our citizens better.
The capital improvement process includes assessing the needs of the county while informing the public of the county's current capital situation. The county's favorable bond rating helps the county use more of its dollars for projects rather than paying it in interest.
By getting this AAA rating, that's a huge indication that Bernalillo County is using the taxpayer dollars wisely.
Roadway, storm drainage, and sewer systems are mainstay projects for the Public Works Division. That's where the rubber meets the road, literally. In the East Mountain area, the countywide road improvements project Phase 3 turned 1.3 miles of existing gravel roads into beautifully paved roads. Greer Road, Hobart Road, Gilbert Place, Jennifer Drive, and Olive Road have new paved roadways. Oak Hill Drive and Sharp Road in the Sandia Knoll subdivision were completely pulverized and replaced with new asphalt paving. The total investment into the East Mountain roadway improvements is just under $1.5 million. The Sunset Gardens Phase 2 and the Goff roadway improvements are just two of the projects that have been recently completed in the South Valley. The Goff roadway improvements project included 19 inlets that were installed to drain the water quickly during the summer monsoons. Before this project, drain inlets didn't exist. Additionally, there were 3/4 of a mile of improvements to the roadway, including new curbs and sidewalks. Down the road, the Sunset Gardens project saw improvements made to the roadway with new curbs, gutters, and sidewalks. Additional features included a biking lane, walking trail, and crosswalk, an expansion to the Valle de Bosque Park with enhanced landscaping, a half-mile walking trail, and a covered resting area around the drainage features. The total investment in both of these projects was $8 million.
When we bring in federal funding or state funding, it often comes with a requirement for the county to provide a required match of funding to augment the money that comes in from the state or federal. For example, federal funding typically comes with a 15% requirement match, which means that we have to put up 15 cents for every 85 cents that the federal government provides. We have other programs out of the state that for every dollar that we put up, the state puts up $3. And the CIP helps identify those projects that are targeted to utilize that kind of funding, and we need the funding developed locally to meet that required federal match or state match.
The Rio Grande High School pool renovations project was a collaboration with the state of New Mexico, the city of Albuquerque, and APS. After 10 months of construction, the multifunctional swimming pool can now accommodate a much wider group of users, and the overall design of the pool allows for additional programming opportunities.
It's absolutely state-of-the-art. Where the prior pool failed after 40 years, we weren't able to use the former pool for high school swim meets because it wasn't long enough. The new pool is a competitive pool. I got to see a swim meet not long ago, and it was fun to watch, and it's state-of-the-art.
In addition to a new pool, the building received a new roof and a heating, cooling, and ventilation system. The total investment into the facility makeover was $3.7 million. The new North Valley Little League Baseball Complex, which opened last spring, features 4 new baseball fields, dugouts, batting cages, parking, and many other amenities. The new park was built on vacant land the county already owned and provides a permanent home for the North Valley Little League. The total investment was about $4.7 million.
It was a process of over 15 years. The county worked with the community. It's a beautiful facility off of Edith and Osuna. And I think that's an example of both patience, but also showing responsiveness of the county to finally get it done.
A new water conservation project at the University of New Mexico North Golf Course Urban Open Space will save as much as 14 million gallons of water per year, dramatically reducing the amount of water pumped from the aquifer for irrigation at the golf course. The Lomas Chiller plant sends chilled water and steam to heat and cool dozens of campus buildings. The water must be flushed from the system periodically, and this project would recycle that water to irrigate the open space rather than be emptied into the wastewater system. The cost of this eco-friendly project is $500,000. Fire Station 35 on Paseo del Norte Boulevard will be getting direct access to the thoroughfare, saving critical minutes in emergencies. The travel time between a unit leaving the station and arriving at the emergency scene can play a major role in responding to a fire or saving a life. 44 seconds less in travel time for westbound calls and 21 seconds less in travel time for eastbound calls. The cost of the project will be about $275,000.
And so I look at this as a holistic approach in trying to build a community that people want to live in and to make sure that those services are current and have the much flexibility as possible in helping support each of those respective divisions.
Fire Stations 41 and 46 in the East Mountains received major overhauls thanks to previous public safety bonds. The fire stations also function as a shelter-in-place location in the event of community evacuations. The new water storage, fire suppression system, and backup generators can provide power for up to 3 days. The total investment into public safety in the East Mountain area totals more than $5 million.
When I look at this capital improvement projects, I look at it as projects that are helping us make sure that our community continues to grow in a positive way and gives people the opportunities that they need to kind of enjoy their lives, to feel safe when they're enjoying their life, and to make sure that we're there in a timely fashion if and when they may need us.
In between the larger, more visible projects, there are smaller but just as important projects that you may not be aware of. Bernalillo County contributes to public libraries and public transit, and working in collaboration with the federal government and partnering agencies obtains additional funding for infrastructure improvement in the community. Since 2012, almost $123 million have been, are in the process of, or will be invested in Bernalillo County capital projects. Those dollars come from impact fees, capital outlay, general obligation bonds, and from the federal government.
From these public meetings, we really hope that the public leaves here more informed than when they arrived, and that they understand how we have to blend and balance a lot of competing needs, a lot of different funding sources to come up with enough money to tackle a project. And it takes multiple years, multiple funding sources to get something done. So rather than just siloing our bond money, separate from our capital outlay state money, separate from our impact fee money, separate from our federal money, the program itself is about leveraging one source to obtain more money from another source. And that's what this is about.
From the mountains to the valley, projects big and small, in all corners of our county, Bernalillo County strives to meet the needs of the community and add to our quality of life.
As I drive around the county, I have a sense of pride. I look around and I see our open space areas, our swimming pools, our parks, the quality of our roads, our facilities, and it's just made a big difference. It's made a huge difference to the citizens, and I get calls. I'll often get calls. There'll be people that'll complain, but what's really been great is people actually compliment the county, and they tell us what a great job we've done in that community center, or the fact that we have that open space available to the community to walk around and enjoy.
Bernalillo County, we're more than you think.